Yo, what is up, guys? Hang on. Did I seriously mess this up? Where did it go? Oh, there we go. I almost had a perfect introduction. It would not be a Monosupreme live stream without some mess up of some kind. But I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to turn this light on so you can see a little bit more. But yeah, today we are doing first on this channel, a first live customizing thing. I think back in 2020 or 2021, I did do an Emperor Dalek casting from Evil of the Daleks, which actually I do have one of those. Let me go get it. Pardon me. Huge tangent, but the last live customizing kind of video I did was of this guy. Hang on. This Evil of the Daleks Emperor that I made a few years back. It was from like the original plans of my Triumph of the Daleks action figure series, for anyone who remembers that. But yeah, here's the finished thing, all scratch made, obviously not 3D printed, just sculpted and casted. But yeah, that was that. We should put that just in front of the microphone so you guys can have an evil Emperor watching you at all times. Where is he? Come on. There. There we go. That looks cool. There we are. Who we got in the chat? We have got Dalek Z, or Dalek Z. I do apologise. I need to use the correct pronouns when I'm talking about Daleks. So yeah, how are you doing, Dalek Z? You were very excited for this live stream, which I'm glad about, because it's probably going to be an absolute failure and almost certainly won't work, but it's good to have you. Pedro, how you doing? Loyal viewer to the channel, good to have you here. Beowulf66, Peter, nice to have you on the stream, man, and I'm so glad that the Dalek kit that I made for you arrived safely in the post. Go follow Badwolf66 on Twitter, I think that's his name on there. And yeah, the music is, I don't really know, I just literally just downloaded Await and Scream right now, so let's do the Golden Gecko. Been a while, good to see you, man. The Mono Workshop Tour. Well, Mono is Lewis, so it's the Supreme Workshop Tour. I know people probably have never really latched onto that because it doesn't really make much sense how Lewis is Monotrix and I'm Aussie Supreme. That was like the whole thing. We even had that on the 7th Who Nots channel, I think. 8 Daleks from that is quite a lot. I do eventually in the future plan on making those movie Daleks, but not until I'm guaranteed to make them perfect, because it feels a bit obsolete to me as a perfectionist to make them out the character options models, because they're not quite the same as the movie props. But anyway, let's get into it. What we are doing today is we are going to be making a fully articulated 10th Doctor figure. Now, I know that this coat is too short and the cut is wrong, but if I'm being honest, I've been on a quest for like the perfect coat, and I haven't been able to find one apart from like the original, but you can't use this original coat on this body. Al said that it was like a retool, but I don't think it is, because it's just not the same build at all. I tried putting a trench coat on it, but it did not work. So, you know, we're just going to be scratch making it today. So as you can see, if I can get that on camera, I basically cut the bottom off of a 10th Doctor jacket and milliputted it on and milliputted the pockets and everything. There we go. Apologies, not the best quality ever. I wish autofocus was good on webcams, but it's not. But yeah, we're just going to be painting the undersection today. I'm not going to be doing the pinstripes because I'll save that for another video. I'll probably do a tutorial on how to do the pinstripes. But yeah, let's get to it. I'm going for the Day of the Doctor variant, so it's going to be a brown suit. Now I'm just going to have to try and mix some colours to get close to that that brown. It's weird because on the figures it was never brown enough, but on a lot of people's customs I've seen people do it too brown. So actually, from the reference image, that doesn't really look too bad. The Gorthor brown. Let's just give it a test on the back. Oh, I barely got any in the pot. Disaster. Let's go. Give it just a little... I'll probably end up needing to mix it, I'm sure. Let's just give it a little coat on the back to see. Yeah, that is kind of a bit too chocolate. It's not not too bad. I think maybe I could do like an entire coat of this, and then if I'm not happy, add some black to the mix. So I could do this as a base coat, just so we can kind of get started, hit the ground running. Dalek Zedward. There you go. Zedward the Dalek. Oh, I'm glad you do. It took a lot of work, did that Planet Cusick Dalek. I made a Cusick kit for Bad Wolf 66 and did it in the colour schemes of the Planet one, and I'm going to be showing it off probably in a couple of weeks, because NDW Design, I've sent them a kit, so look out for that. He's done a really good job on the paint scheme, so look forward to seeing that on his account, and then I'll be relisting the kits up for sale. And myself and Stan have actually just finished recording a video. I'll do an announcement here, seeing as I might as well. Our next kit was going to be the Dalek Emperor, but those plans have fallen through a little bit. So the next one will be a Krynoid in its mid form, like after the humanoid kind of action figure form that we got, and then as soon as it turns into a before it turns into a house-eating monster, I should say. Alright, yeah, that is way too light, but the point of this first coat is just to get coverage, you know. Well, yeah, it's the 14th Doctor figure. I had a spare. I sold the Jodie figure to kind of make up for the cost of buying the set. And yeah, I'm going to be turning this into a Day of the Doctor variant, and I'll show you the revisions I made to the head sculpt in just a minute, because the likeness on the 14th Doctor figure, it does look like David Tennant, there's no denying that, but I think it was just both the paint apps and the hair which really let it down. So Jesus, I feel like I'm gonna run out of this brown, you know. Maybe I should like do a couple of coats and then call it a day. Oh, thanks, man. I mean, I have been making customs since I was like 9 years old, so I guess that probably has something to do with it. I did quite well in art in school. I don't know. I like the creativity. But yeah, like keep questions coming in. We can chat about anything Doctor Who or not Doctor Who related. Could even talk about my business. No, we won't do that here, unless you're interested. 3D Greens already does Dalek Emperor. I don't know whether he still sells them. You'll have to let me know. But at the same time, it's not competition, because we both will offer different things. I'm purposely making mine look a bit different from his, just so, you know, people have the option to buy one or the other, instead of me saying, oh, mine's more accurate, or him saying, oh, mine's more accurate. That's not what this is about, you know. Oh, Tom's here. Hello, Tom. Good to see ya. The reason why I'm making the movie Daleks is because I'm not going to spend in a lot on a Mechanist Dalek. I wouldn't oh god, I'm not even going to rant about that Mechanist Dalek, because I've done it too many times and people still bought those sets. So basically, like, they gave it a purple colour instead of blue, and for some reason that like skipped over people's minds. Now I know that I have been sent like sample reviews for sets and things, but I always make sure if there's something wrong, I always do actually say that there is an inaccuracy there. But because obviously I've been sent these sets, I appreciate them giving me it for free, so I'm not going to say don't buy this. I'm basically saying make your own mind up. For some people, accuracy bothers them, and for others, it doesn't. So you might as well just look at the catalogue photos and decide whether you want to buy it or not. I find watching reviews a little bit pointless as I grow up. I don't watch them as much as I used to. And it's funny because I'm not really planning on making too many more merch figure reviews. I try and cover the B&M sets in either a merch hunt or a review, just so I don't have to make multiple videos on the same thing, because that doesn't interest me, because I'm just too busy. You know, I quite like this brown. It might be a bit light, but it's a bit different. I don't know whether you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, the US can't get to my eBay. That's a bit weird, isn't it? What happens? Like, does it just say seller has 0 products? Because I've seen that before. I'll see if I can change that. But alternately, if you're after something, then I do have an Instagram or a Facebook page, so you could just drop me a DM, and that way you can probably get it a bit cheaper too, because then I don't have to pay for eBay fees. So if you guys want to save a few quid on something, one of my kits, just message me on Facebook or something, and then we can probably negotiate it a little bit cheaper. But yeah, Crinoid next, which I'm really looking forward to unveiling. And also, God shouldn't announce his plans out loud, but I will be selling a headcast of a certain character that appears in the Big Finish box set. That's all I'll say. Don't want to give anyone any ideas. Right, that's not going to be seen under the jacket, so why do I take the time to paint it? Because I'm an idiot. Yeah, ideally, I want to get this custom live stream set up to the point where I can have the camera overhead, so you don't miss what I'm doing. But that will probably involve me buying some new gear, and I can't afford it because we have a short film coming up. Oh, Kenny's here. How you doing, Kenny? And no, I'm not selling this. I'm making it into my own custom. Stan's editing something. I wonder what it is. We did a video today, so you'll see it. Just waiting for it to export. Oh, nice. I hope that it actually goes well, though. For the drones, I'm using the Chase Guard Daleks from the History 3. Well, they got the colours a little bit better on that, didn't they? Oh. Right, let's turn the chat to general Doctor Who questions instead of custom ones. So I'm not going to be answering any custom questions from now on. So let's keep the chat to the main show. It can be about what's coming up, it can be about what's been, it can be anything. Just as long as we have a little bit of a break from talking about customs. Okay, that's the first coat done. It is a bit bright, but at the same time, for the sake of this live stream not being really, really long, I'll see how I feel about that. Maybe I can look at it in different lighting scenarios. Well, it looks a bit like chocolate. Maybe I should add a bit of black to the second coat, but we'll do that in a minute. Okay, what bit do we do next? Do we do the dreaded trench coat, because they could never, ever get the colour of these things right. Oh, let's have a look. Yeah, my desk is usually covered in Dalek parts too, like a lot of Dalek parts. So, right, I'm just nervous about tackling this. I don't know why. The inside of his jacket is always blue, so I should give that a blue coat first. So I've got some blues here. Shake that up. It's proper dry. What would you say? Oh, I'll answer these remaining custom ones, and then we'll go to general Doctor Who chat. What would you say are some accurate paints for Rusty Davies Dalek 1 drones? Oh god. Well, the ones for the show were like specially mixed, so you're not going to get an accurate match, unfortunately. But there was a high coat bronze that I was going to use. I can't remember what it's called. It's not Aztec bronze. That's the wrong one. If it comes to me, I'll tell you. Yeah, don't get high from the acrylic paint fumes. Doctor Who is the best show ever in the world. Is it? I mean, for longevity, an impact on my life, yes. But I'd say that Friday Night Dinner is probably the best, or The Simpsons, or Family Guy, for consistency. And Mandalorian season 1 and 2 are absolutely phenomenal. I can't say that Doctor Who's the best show, simply, and that's not me trying to, you know, be controversial or anything, but like, when you have a series that hasn't really had a solid series for, oh god, when was the last time we had a fully proper solid series of Doctor Who? I did enjoy this last season, but like the finale just ruined it. I'd say the last solid one for me was Series 6. And I know people do disagree, but to me it felt like a series through and through. A really proper arc, really good character work. A lot of it didn't make sense, but I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it anyway. Can you see? I'm painting... Yeah, for the longest time I had no idea the jacket was blue. Stan's off. Stan's gone. Favourite Doctor Who figure from childhood is probably the Product Enterprise black 12-inch Dalek. That was my first Dalek, so that's probably going to stay like that. I had a lot of fun with the Series 4 Supreme and Davros radio control figures too, and the Battle Pack. Just good times, really good times. It's a shame because, like, Russell T Davies obviously has good intentions with this sort of reboot, but you know, you just think like, why are they doing the whole classic nostalgia baiting stuff and forcing people to watch episodes of Classic Who when the general audience really does not care? It's quite baffling. I think season 2 is going to be better than season 1. Yeah, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. Like, we can't get our hopes up based on a trailer because we all know it doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, if a series was as good as its trailer, then there'd be something wrong. So for this base colour, I got where are we? For the trench coat, I'll do a full coat of this XV88. I'm not incredibly sure on it. I was kind of just in there, just kind of matching it to my phone, and obviously that's not a true reflection of the colour, but we'll see. Right, shake it up, shake it up. Belinda. She's going to be an Are You? What does that mean? I have no idea what Belinda's going to be like. She's going to be another generic 21st century companion, you know. She's very good looking though. She didn't hear that. Totally my type. I did make a new YouTube series, but it's not Doctor Who related. Send me the link, I will check it out. Not now, but I'll have a look at. Oh god, that is way off. That colour is way... Oh god. What it actually looks like in the packaging versus what you actually get. Two different things. Oh, looks like I am going to have to mix after all. I did get 2 paints today, so we'll just have to wait and see. Right, thinly apply it so it so you can't see the brush strokes. So there we go. That well, on this webcam, it's a lot more saturated than it is in real life, so it doesn't actually look like that. It's not too far off, to be fair. It's that sandy kind of colour, so I'll use it as like a base to mix with. I'll probably just have to mix some brown with it. Let's put that in the water and let's give this other paint a chance. Do I think that Series 2 was a good... No, sorry, Series 10 was a good series of Doctor Who. Oh, very front heavy, I think. And then, I don't know, it's been a while since I've watched it, but I remember at the time it was all hype, and I was quite on board with the hype, but then afterwards I did feel a little bit deflated. Especially since we only had one season with Bill. I think that kind of was a bit unsatisfying. I think doing 2 seasons with her, I think, was essential, to be honest. And I think Pearl Mackie was offered another season, but she said no. Understandable, but wow, that is way too sandy. Oh, did I waste a £5? No, I don't think so, because I can use them for other things, but that is so sandy. It makes this look accurate. Now, I wonder if I do a base coat of this light stuff and then kind of dry... Oh, you know what? As it's drying, it's looking quite good. It doesn't look good on here. I know, it doesn't look good on the webcam, but it's looking quite good in real life. It's looking a lot closer than I thought it would. If I dry brush this on... Oh, look at that. Dry brushing that on top kind of gives it a nice kind of effect. It's still a little bit too orange, but decisions, guys. Series 10 highlights. Smile is one of my favourite episodes of Doctor Who. And I'll be honest, the rest of that series doesn't really stand out to me. I like the whole premise of the monk thing, but 3 parts is probably a bit of a stretch. It really did not need it. World Enough in Time, still a classic, fantastically directed, very well written too. Which one did I just use? Was that the one I just used, guys? No, it was... What was base Mornfang Brown for? Did I use that? Ugh, senile. Never turn 24. That's my advice to you guys. 25 this year. Oh, hey, Davin. How's it doing? How's it doing? That's totally a figure of speech. Yeah, I'm gonna... Plans is to cut the entire jacket in this, and then in a thin layer, and then see where we stand. Keep all the Doctor Who questions coming, guys. You know, Rusty Davis is gonna play some Britpop song in season 2. Perhaps. I'm looking forward to the Intergalactic Song Contest episode. Should be quite fun. I know that sometimes there are some switch your brain off kind of episodes, but I feel like when it's the finale of your series, that is not the time when you should be doing that. Unlike the Series 1 thing. You can't suspend your disbelief. Oh, well, you can, obviously, because it's a sci-fi show about a wizard travelling in space, but you get what I mean. Like, the internal logic of a series has to add up in the finale, otherwise it doesn't feel worth it. It's annoying, because I know it's common to, like, hate on Empire of Death, but I stayed up and watched it at the cinema and got out of the cinema at 1:30 or something, and I was just traumatized. And we literally, me and my girlfriend literally did a review straight after, and that was my fresh reaction of how much I hated that episode. And it isn't even just from a fan kind of brain, it's just I to the point where even if they ruin Sutekh, it's like whatever. I was never massive on Sutekh anyway. Sorry, I'm gonna get cancelled for that. But it's just like it just doesn't work as a story, because it basically just cheats the audience, which I'm not for. Kind of lightly doing a coat of this and building up. I know it's not the right length, but I like the texture this thing gives. It's kind of cool. Max, how you doing, man? We're doing a fully articulated Day of the Doctor, 10th Doctor. And I know that the proportions of the jacket are off, but I don't really care. It was just an idea I had, and I thought, oh, what if I tried to make this figure out of those parts? And here we are. Stop aging completely. I should. And yes, Dan, you should add some background music. You know, the chill kind of ones I do. I should probably put that in a folder for you, the tracks that I use, because I use the same ones. The colour of the coat was a light brown faux Swede duster coat. Oh, was it actually like, it wasn't specially made, or could you buy it off the shelf? Was it a vintage kind of jacket? Or was it actually made for the show? I don't know. I'll have to get an expert on. It does look a little bit light, but we'll see. Empire of Death nearly killed your soul. Yeah, well the thing is, like, I've been let down by Doctor Who so much that when it finished, it was like, right, time to watch a better show. I can't remember what, we probably watched like a movie or something afterwards to try and like drain the taste from our mouths. I'm past the miserable teenager phase of being a miserable Doctor Who fan. I mean, I know some grown adults don't get out of that, but basically I kind of had to put my energy into my own craft. As in, like, put your money where your mouth is, you know. It's like I should prove Russell T Davies wrong by making my own stuff and actually making it make sense. So yes, Stan is, I don't know whether he's still in or is he gone. Stan's coming up end of April, and we're going to be working on a short film, which is going to be a short horror of a man who creates stop motion adventures. It's not me. Similar to me, I know. Sort of semi-autobiographical, but makes those, shares them with his friends, takes pictures. But in one of these pictures, he sees a weird swamp-like creature haunting his pictures, and it drives him insane. It drives him to the point of obsession. Not that kind of movie. And yeah, the whole thing kind of comes crumbling down at the end. Now, it's essentially a crinoid in terms of the design of the creature. I'm not going to lie. It's not the same premise. It's not a human turned into a creature. It is genuinely a monster. So it's not like a human hybrid thing. But I'm going to be using, in the stop motion parts, probably going to be using a base figure of a crinoid and then modifying it so it looks like a different creature. Because it is a different creature, remember? It's not a crinoid. But yeah, no, we'll probably be doing some kind of marketing for that. We'll try and get it shown in festivals. And I'm not sure, I may even put it on this channel as well, as kind of almost a Doctor Who. I can't call it a Doctor Who fan film, but I guess I can kind of hint with the iconography of crinoids. For legal reasons, it's not a crinoid. No, the head I'm using, Tom, I'll show you guys in a minute, but I've modified the 14th Doctor head to try and make it look a bit better. Because it has the aged look, and the End of Time ones just look too smooth for my liking. And they're a bit small as well, so I just stuck with the head that came on the figure and tried to bring the best out of it. It doesn't look too bad, doesn't the colour? It's not perfect. I probably will end up repainting it again, but it's fine. And yeah, I'm going to have to add a little bit of black to that brown for the suit. Oh god, these bits are fun, aren't they? Have you considered making custom Imperial... Oh god, I've started that many times and then got incredibly bored. So there's just no challenge in it. As in, that's the thing with customizing. If there's no challenge, then I'm less interested, because it's like, why would I do something that I can just do in my sleep, you know? I'd rather be innovative and come up with ideas that people haven't done before, because that feels like a more effective use of my time. Really just cannot be bothered making those Imperial kits. I got stuff printed and got quite a lot of kits printed, and then I never ended up making them because it just didn't interest me. I do have a half-finished one, which I can show you guys in a minute, but it's not... Wow, I'm answering a custom question when I said no custom questions. Oh, what am I like? What am I like, eh? Gallifrey, the Doctor, the oncoming storm, the bringer of darkness, Lost Moon of Poosh. Well, something like that. My really fake London accent, because I'm from Australia. I was watching Baby Haven Badly last night. Anyone remember that? Oh God, Tom, you'll never convince me about the Empire of Death. I'm sorry. Just as soon as they went into that memory TARDIS, I was like, this is dumb. Nostalgia, 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 and it's like, I've been saying for the longest time, stop with the nostalgia baiting. It's so boring. If I wanted to experience those moments, I would just go on BBC iPlayer and watch those episodes. That's what they're there for. So I don't have to rely on the new show doing all that stuff. So, but if you liked it, that's fine. That's fair. You're allowed. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you are not allowed to like something. That's what makes us all unique. Imagine if we all liked the same thing. That would be so boring. Christ almighty. Recruit. Oh no, not these guys. Soon the whole stream will be taken over by Cybermen. We'll all be converted. Oh, Tommy Wiseau figure. Good shout. Really good shout, actually. Tommy Wiseau is literally the reason me and my girlfriend are together, which is quite funny. Because we were talking over Bumble originally, and I said watch The Room, and she did. And thus, a relationship was formed. So if we ever meet Tommy Wiseau, it'll be like, thank you, Tommy. You opened our eyes to each other. I'm planning on doing a Toymaker figure. Cool. We were supposed to get one, and that fell through. There's no prototype images out there, but I know from sources that I trust that there was supposed to be a 60th anniversary wave. I've not signed any NDAs, so I can say whatever I want. We were supposed to be getting a couple of variants of the Toymaker. So we're getting a Donna, a jacketless 14th Doctor, 10th, same thing. But never materialised. And that Wrath Warrior as well, or Wraith Warrior, that never happened either, which was a damn shame because it's a fantastic figure. Maybe we'll get that as an exclusive one day. But probably not from retailers, sadly. I don't know, maybe if the show was good, we might get more stuff, but... Looks more like the 15th Doctor's coat now. I promise it is not that orange in real life. It is just these lights and the webcam. And if it ends up being too orange, I will just give it another coat of something else. Oh, sticky paints. Right, I'm getting a bit bored of this now. Oh, my patience. I have none. Right, we're going to put that aside. That's that coat done. Oh, let me just have a little bit of a minute break because it's tiring me out. You started to concentrate on My Own Universe, SO2. Oh, you did for college. Oh yeah, I did. I always wanted to kind of set up my own kind of Doctor Who style universe. And yeah, well, I'll definitely do a Tommy Wiseau figure. I'll probably end up putting it on the second channel, but no, I was talking about a new Doctor Who season, but I'm probably looking forward to War Between the Land and the Sea. Interesting, because I don't want to be a hater. I want to have an open mind. I want it to be good generally, but like, who is that show for? And I know that's like a really soundbite thing to say, but like seriously, Like, why redesign the Silurians if that was the Sea Devil? Why do that redesign straight after them having a redesign in Legend? Dumb, it makes no sense. Right, so I'm going to... what am I going to do? I'm going to get a flesh tone. This is flesh, and this is my Day of a Doctor head. I can't see, terrible. I'm going to use this because it has a bit of sagging on the face, and I sculpted a new hair thing, so it looks a bit Justin Bieber-y. It looks terrible now, but I'm sure when it's painted it'll look a little bit better. Right. Shake that up. Oh, my favourite TARDIS. Oh, okay, that's interesting. My favourite exterior is the Matt Smith one, probably. Matt Smith's first one, when the windows are illuminated. And when they're off as well, I like that too. What's yours, Dalek Z? I'm very interested to know. What's everyone's favourite TARDIS interior? We'd love to know. Where's my... Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to find a paintbrush. My favourite, actually, interior and exterior is Matt Smith's first one. I absolutely love it, and it is my dying wish to own a 5-inch replica of that TARDIS. I absolutely love it. Oh. I think this is a bit too light. I don't know why they called it flesh, because it's very light. Let's do a little bit of dry brushing around the back, just to... Yeah, that is so light. That's like the last coat you do. For those of you who don't know, these layer paints are kind of... You add them a bit at a time with different mixtures. It's not... The brush is shit. I need to get a new brush. Let me just take that off. Oh, I messed that up. Mono-C? What? What does that mean? I don't know. How many Doctors will there be in the 100th anniversary? Well, thanks to Chris Chibnall and Russell T Davies, every Doctor is canon now. You know, why don't they try and negotiate with Studio Canal to make the Peter Cushing universe canon? You know, like why? Wouldn't that be great? Like, I'd love it if Studio Canal decided to make some more Doctor Who and the Daleks. But could you imagine? How has nobody ever thought of that? That would be so good. You'd cast someone as like a young... Oh no, he's not met the Daleks by that point. Maybe the Cushing Doctor regenerates. I know he's a human, but maybe some magic happens and he does. That would be so sick. I'm kind of nervous. I always get nervous about painting things, but then I realise I can change it. Let's just try dry brushing this on top and see if that gets us any closer. So this flesh tone, we'll just dry brush on top of the existing one, and if it doesn't, we'll just have to scratch paint it. Oh my god, looks like he has jaundice. It's not too bad. It just looks so pink. Yeah, it doesn't look right. It just looks dead. Is it that bad? Just take a little bit off his cheek, off his mouth. That's a. Oh no, it doesn't look right. Oh, does it? I don't know. You can't see. You really can't see in that, but. Right, sorry I stopped reading. Tommy Wiseau would make a fantastic Doctor. Genuinely. Oh, hello, Dalek. That was always on my list of comedy sketches to do. I really should write it. Just never got around to doing it. God's sake, what's that on his neck? There's like something stuck on his neck. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that doesn't work. We're gonna have to get the red out and mix those two together to come up with a flesh tone. the raspberry red. Let's get some of that and some of this and mix together a new paint. Let's put that over there, that way. Yeah, that 60th wave is not going to happen. Well, the thing is, the whole 60th anniversary was a huge fuck up. Like, it really was. My mantra is either go 100% or don't do it at all, and they went 50%. It was an absolute disaster. I hated it. I really should do like a solo hit piece. I know I stopped doing opinion pieces for a while. I always say I want to do more, but that's always been one I've wanted to do, to try and do like a hit piece on the 60th. But it's like, I don't want that to compromise my chances of getting a job. Oh god. I'll do a Josh Snares and go, it wasn't for me. So there you go. That's a good thing to do. There you go. I mixed a new colour. I really need to turn the saturation down on this camera because it does not do it justice at all. Right, let's go for it. Spin-off Dalek series. Well, that's the thing. That's the problem. I don't think that would work. At least yet. As in, you look, the Daleks are popular, but they're not kids playing in the playground exterminating each other popular anymore. And Russell T Davies has kind of stated that he doesn't want. Well, I'm kind of paraphrasing and kind of making this up, but I don't think he really wants the Daleks back as a concrete villain. Unfortunately. I can understand why, but at the same time, every Doctor has to have a Dalek story. That's just sacrilege. I'm not going to speculate that they're coming back in this season. I don't think they are, unfortunately. It's really dumb. But I guess maybe the past few Dalek stories have left a sour taste in the public's mouth, you know? I like the designs of the defense drones and things, but they were never meant to be permanent. There you go, that's more of a natural skin colour. You can't really see. And I know it looks shit because it's out of focus. Can't really see either. Sorry. That's much better. And then we'll lightly dry brush some of that original skin tone. I need to put that colour on the hands now. Right, where are we? Final Export, awesome. And Dalek Z is a big 8th Doctor fan. Me too. I met Paul McGann a couple of times. Really nice guy. Really cool guy. He made a lot of time for me and told me about the Leakley Bible, which I already knew a bit about, but I wanted to hear it from his mouth to see how much he could remember. He remembered surprisingly a lot, considering it was like nearly 30 years ago. Or maybe it was. There'll be a 30th anniversary soon for that thing. I love the homely vibe of the 8th and 12th interiors. Yeah, I like the 8th too. That's probably... probably 3rd for me. I've got to go with the original for 2nd, or joint 1st, because it's the original. I'm a bit of a purist at heart. Where are we? Yeah, Doctor Who hasn't been scary for a long time. People said that Village of the Angels was... Everyone was raving about Village of the Angels, but I don't know, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I've only seen it once, so maybe I'll appreciate it more on second viewing, but I like the idea of Flux anyway. I like the series structure. Right, I probably should do the arm paint. Make sure I get all the blue off of that brush. Alright, let's dry that. Yeah, I'll try and figure out a better setup for this customizing thing, because the desk looks really filthy. And I don't think the blue's going to come out of this brush, so let's not use that. Alright, where are we? Some of the writing choices were questionable in the 60s. Well, the fact that Russell T Davies is back in general is questionable. I'm not saying that against him as a person. Really, I did meet him. He was a really nice guy. I met his late husband as well. Really nice guys. And they did a lot for the brand. And I guess in a way they're still doing a lot for. Sorry, Russell is still doing a lot for the brand. But yeah, and it's funny because his late husband went to the same nightclubs that my dad did, which was quite a cool conversation topic. Yeah, really sweet guys. So I got nothing against Rusty Davies as a person, and I don't like doing hit pieces. You know, I don't like singling out showrunners because at the end of the day, he has people to answer to, believe it or not. He is in a high position, but at the same time, we don't know how much input Disney had on some of the stories, because when you sign a deal with a company, a big company offering you a lot of money, you have to adhere to the guidelines, unfortunately. But that's the way entertainment is. It's a business at the end of the day. That's whenever you criticize a TV show, step back and think, am I criticizing it for the right reasons? And there's always going to be a middleman in the way of making something great, so I don't put all the blame on Russell. A new showrunner for Doctor Who, I think it would actually fix the shit. Yeah, but that's what we said last time. No, I've always said, like, I'll just beat on the same drum forever, and I get a bit bored of saying it, but like after Capaldi, they should have rested the show for 5, if not 10 years. I know people going, oh no, but I think for the sake of the brand, it needed a rest and a resurgence, and they've done a half-assed resurgence this time round. Well, I don't know. That's not fair of me to say. I know people have tried very hard on this. I'm not discrediting the amount of work people have put in, but just in terms of actually planning out the series structure, it's felt a little bit rushed and half-assed. Oh, there was that stupid Dalek spin-off. Fucking garbage. I hated it so much. I'm curious. People actually seem to like it, and I really just did not understand. It was like one of the worst things to come out of the Doctor Who franchise. I really did not like it. Well, just Time Lord Victorious in general was the biggest misstep in the franchise's history, I think. Even more than getting Chris Chibnall on board. Disaster. I would rather it would just be in a comic book series or a Big Finish, just a Big Finish thing. But then again, I wouldn't have a Time Fracture, and I really enjoyed Time Fracture. But Time Lord Victorious, I was not interested at all. And you think I would be, being a huge Dalek fan, but like my thing was just, why aren't they doing this in the main show? You know, why do I have to follow hours and hours and hours of content? And the general audience isn't going to do that either, so literally what is the point? I'm not saying commercialise Doctor Who to the point where it's so watered down that it's unrecognisable, but at the same time, Doctor Who needs to be favourable with the public again, otherwise it is going to die. So, the showrunner always lies. Yes, we know that. The 10th Doctor. Is that the 10th Doctor's interior, or 10th Doctor's favourite incarnation? Ugh, I'm gonna have to like paint the cuffs properly later, because this is too fiddly. Right, I'll do those bits later. Just get the base colour down, and then if I'm not happy, just change it. Alright. Tom liked the 60th anniversary specials. Yeah, I mean, it was just everything that was going on at that time didn't help, did it? I mean, Doomsday? Does anybody talk about... I read one comic of that, and I remember just laughing, and then just throwing it on the ground. I think I threw it in the bin, actually, which I don't really do with Doctor Who merchandise. Like, what is this absolute junk? Like, why would they have, like... objectively, I'm sure Time Lord Victorious was fine, but you know, commercially it didn't do very well. But like, why did they do Doomsday? And she's not even like even in the main show either. Yet. But what an absolute disaster. Huge disaster. I think that was like the handover from Chibnall to Russell T Davies and being like, what do we do with this now? We've made all this stuff. What are we gonna do? Ozzy, I'm sending the video over. Awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I like seeing like my own work edited by somebody else. It's fun. Right, my patience with this is growing a little thin, so I'm doing a really shit job. But at the same time, I don't want to be here forever because I still have tea to have. My girlfriend's mad. Right. I'm also thinking of starting a podcast. Not a Mon Supreme one, but it'll be based on filmmakers from up north. So if that's something you're interested in, I'd love to have you as a guest, because the plan is to have like a different guest every episode. Right. Another skin tone layer. This isn't brilliant. From famous YouTuber being a criminal, Jesus Christ, to writers some gatekeeping the episode. Oh god, yeah, that was a bit of a mess, wasn't it? Jesus. You know, I do think about that still, about that YouTuber. Fucking just, I don't know. God, I even had to go to therapy because of that. I mean, it's good to go to therapy anyway, and I was going to therapy anyway, but I even had to bring that up because it was just such a struggle to deal with, and I can't imagine how others who were involved with the channel processed that, if they have processed it at all. It's a really shit thing to have to deal with. Even if you didn't actually have contact with the guy, still really shit to deal with. Alright, where'd that head go? Right. What is my favourite Cyberman design? I did do a ranking once, but I'm sure my opinions have probably changed. My favourite Cyberman design, mixture of the original and the Cybus Industries ones. They were my childhood Cybermen, so like, of course I'm gonna pick those. I really love the Cybus men. Okay, I've done much better paint jobs than this. Something about it looks kind of blue. What's going on? Oh my god. I didn't use this for the blue, did I? Jesus Christ. Oh well, if it doesn't work, I'll just strip the paint and start again. But, there you go. It looks shit there, but I trust me, in real life it doesn't look that bad. Okay, then we've got the hands to do, which we will go over really badly. I don't really like painting skin tones, it's really annoying. Right, where are we? Mono's boss is his key. Yeah, I'm on a leash, seriously. Where did that blue come from? There's like blue flaking off from somewhere. Oh well. But yeah, as of now, I am self-employed, so I'm my own boss. Videographer slash model, 3D modeler. Really look forward to getting those crinoids finished, because like it's one of my favourite pieces of design, that ugly crinoid. So I'm really looking forward to Stan bringing that sculpt over and then finishing and producing it. It's going to be really fun. Right. Yes, of course animators count as filmmakers. So yeah, I'll have you as a guest on one. Pardon me. I'm going to meet the 6th Doctor in Maidstone. Where's Maidstone? Well, I'm going to go see Colin Baker and Terry Malloy. Is it in Bo'ness? This weekend they're doing a stage play. So that's going to be fun. I really don't know what I think about that brown. Honestly, like, you can't really tell from the webcam, so like I'm doing it a disservice. But yeah, maybe I should just do one last coat with a little bit of black. A little bit of black never hurt anybody. I didn't say that. Okay, so the Golden Gecko will get arrested for doing a podcast. I don't think... Look, at the end of the day, you got people like Joe Rogan and Andrew Tate doing podcasts, so... And Russell Brand, too. I don't know whether he's still doing them, but... Sorry, trigger warning, but... He literally got convicted. Like, he's been charged. So... Yeah. I always thought it was annoying anyway, so... Whatever. Nice to have you here, Comic Clone Customs Prime. Customs Prime. I like... That's a cool username. We're making a fully articulated Day of the Doctor, 10th Doctor. So, hopefully we get a decent result. I may end up redoing the colours at some point, but... Alright, let's put a little bit of black on the mixing thing, not too much. It says not too much, and then puts like a whole thing of black on there. Alright, let's scoop all this out because I don't think I'm going to use any more. Scoop all this out, mix it together with some black. God, even that's too light. Okay, so maybe I wasn't being conservative with that. Ooh, I said the C word. If Cosmic YouTuber doesn't... sorry, got your name wrong. That YouTuber, there was a Doctor Who YouTuber who allegedly committed a very terrible crime. I never feel comfortable saying it, you know, at least online. But if you know, you know. And I'm not going to throw out allegations. The trial's still going on, by the way, for anyone who's interested. But let's not talk about that. I'm glad... Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. You actually commented on one of my posts recently, which was nice. Yeah, I like the 10th Planet design too. It's really cool. Sinister. Let's add some more black. That's what she said. God, I'm terrible. I should be in jail. Right. You are a much better painter than me. Yeah, but I've got a few years' experience on you, so don't feel too bad. It's all it is. Like, there's no such thing as talent. It's just persistence and practice. There you go. That's closer. We got like a dark brown kind of one, but it's good that we applied that base coat because then we have to only apply one layer, and I just got brown all over the wrong part. That's also what she said. Right, this is going better. The only thing about painting action figures is that they can end up being sticky, and that really annoys me because they're never 100% dry, and even if you try and put a clear coat on, even that doesn't completely dry. Daleks are fine, but when you do stuff like this, see, I've only put like 2 layers of acrylic on and it's already like building up. Acrylics are shit. Oh, 3D scan of yourself. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Send me the file if I obviously won't share it, and only if you're comfortable. But I could do a test print if you wanted. A small one, just so I'm not using much resin. But next time I do a print, I should put it on. Did you do it with Polycam or did you get it scanned at college or something? I like doing 3D as well. 3D is fun. That's one of my hobbies. I did kind of want to be like a visual effects person. And it's never too late. Oh god, I can't add any more brown on that jacket because the paint is caking up. Oh, I hate it when it does that. I hate it when it does that. What movie is that from? Anyone who knows, then you win a prize. I hate it when he does that. Be patient. Use the force. No, I'm going to do it now. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. You underestimate my power, Master. Don't try it. Oh, the paint's getting dry. That's the worst thing about working with acrylics. The paint dries so quickly. And it's basically a rush to get it finished. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And it's not as if I can mix more because then it'll be a different colour. Ah. Sorry, I'll read your comments in a minute, but... Right, that's... Oh no, I got the wrong colour. Mess. Epic live fail. Is your bathroom turning into a lime fail? Yep, Zedix got it right. Someone just said poo or wee. What are you talking about? How's the sculpted hair looking? It's alright. I'll throw up some close-ups on Instagram afterwards because I don't think this webcam's going to do it justice. But that's a closer colour. It's not perfect. It's closer. And it'll do because I'm kind of a bit fed up with it now. Right, let's get some brown on his hair. That's also what she said. It's better to go dark first. God, there's somebody that's what she said in this video. It's disgusting. A lot of sussy YouTubers these days. Oh god, I promise I'm not one of those. Promise. Could I show the video as part of the live stream? I don't know. We'll see at the end because I'm not messing with the setup right now. Well, I'm probably just going to upload it straight away. Although I haven't done a thumbnail. Right, let's do the hair. Add some black. Do classic Dalek slats eyes or arms get sticky if you spray them? Usually. Because it's not made of material that should be sprayed with that kind of paint. So yeah, I spray the bodies of the Daleks, not the not like the neck. No, not the shoulders or anything. I'm getting tired. Can you tell? Jesus, it's quite difficult. It's kind of a skill. I kind of admire Jamie Five for even having a go at live customizing because it's quite a skill. Right, I really should have got a smaller brush. I am going to get a smaller brush. Half my brushes are knackered these days. Right, let's get that one. Got to work quick with acrylics. VFX is very complex. takes years of experience. I only have like a year of experience with it. It's difficult, very difficult. I should have studied it. No, I shouldn't have studied it at uni. Oh my god, it's drying already. Mono Supreme versus the drying paint of Doom. That's what the stream should be called. Yeah, it was Attack of the Clones. Sonic Screwdriver design. I'll pick my favourite and least favourite. Favourite? Matt Smith, probably. And least favourite? I would have said that that whistle from the Troughton era, but it's kind of funny, isn't it? It's kind of cute. So I'm not going to choose that. Ugh. It just dries straight away. It's probably because I'm like mixing it on. Note to self: don't mix on a piece of cardboard because it dries literally straight away. I'm going to have to do a lot of cleanup with this thing. Wow, I have messed that up. Right, a lot of cleaning up off camera. I am not going to be finishing this today, and it looks like a fuckboy. Oh my god, that haircut. It looks like he's had like the sides of his head shaved. Oh my god. Jesus. It doesn't look too good. It was an experiment, it didn't work. Ugh, I'll do cleanup off camera and try and make it look a little bit better. Yeah, this is just a mess. Looks like someone shat on the side of his head. William shat on him. Am I right, guys? I'm just trying to get that brown. Right, I'm leaving that head sculpt for today. What a disaster. Oh. 14th Sonic. Yeah, a bit over-designed in my opinion. Okay. Oh, I need to move on to the shirt. It is kind of a grey blue. I should just get a bit of plastic to mix this on. Do I have any plastic? No. Oh, I need to get a proper paint palette because this is not working. Paper plates do not work. Will not be using those again. Well, the thing about PVC and painting them in factory is that the paint is mixed with PVC. Or they just usually cast it in PVC. So they'll cast it in PVC colour and then they'll mix the paint with PVC. And that way it can stick. Oh. That's what I think. I'm not going to confirm. It's my theory. Buttons, are they dark brown? Let's go with dark brown. Oh, what else we got? Looks like David Bowie. Does a little bit. Oh, you know that David Bowie slept with underage kids? It's kind of hard to like David Bowie. I was never a huge fan of his music anyway. This is not the finest brush ever, but that does not look dark brown at all. Right, let's mix some more paint. I'm going to start production on my second season of my YouTube series. Good luck with that, man. It's not easy. And get help where you can. I don't mean mentally, I mean get help with the series. I don't know whether it's audio or whether it's physical, but like if there's any very small bit of work that I could do, I'll help. And when I say very small, I mean if it's a voiceover line, I'll just do a couple of lines, if that helps. And if you need a little bit of an opinion on an edit, then I'll try and give my wisdom, seeing as I'm a veteran. Not really. But if there's any small little thing I can help with, then I will try my best. I mean, this is more of like a proof of concept custom, so I'm not banking on it being perfect. I'll make improvements another day if I can. Alright, there we go. It looks, like I said, it looks saturated as hell. It looks orange, but I promise you it is brown. Oh, I feel like we're close to putting the jacket on, but let me see if I can turn the saturation down. Is that webcam A? Properties. What? No, that one. Properties. Color correction. Filters. I'm going to turn that off. There you go. That's better. So that's a little bit truer to the colour. Still a tiny bit more saturated than it is, but that's a close approximation of the colour. I think it's an okay match, considering I haven't mixed it with anything because I didn't want to. I think it looks pretty good. I'm quite pleased with that. With the blue lining as well. Looks pretty cool. And yeah, I feel like I just can't be bothered doing the pinstripes, to be honest. Maybe I'll do it in future, maybe I won't. But I think for the purposes of this stream, I'll just paint this shirt and tie and then throw it together and then call it a day, because we can't go on forever. Perfection takes time. Don't know if we start. More Doctor Who questions. You can ask some custom questions if you want. Dalek Zed's been here for 2 hours. I haven't got anything better to do than watch some sad guy painting stuff. I don't know where my fine brushes have gone. I do have some better brushes, but they seem to be missing in action. Pardon me. A little bit of black. A little bit of black. Let's put that in. Maybe I should use the blue one to mix. That's the thing, like when you mix colours, make sure the brushes are completely clean. Highly recommend you react to the first season. React? Barely have time to put videos on this channel, let alone react. I don't know, maybe if you catch us on a stream, on a mono-stream live show, then maybe we can, me and Stan can do it. But if anybody has requests for those kind of things like react, then it'd have to be on a stream, because, well, I've just got too much to do. So, alright, we've got grey. Mix that together. And then we're going to add some blue to try and make a bluey grey kind of colour. Should I add dark blue? I think I should, really. You should make an 8th Doctor's TARDIS. Nah, It's alright. I'm pretty quick to shut down custom recommendations, because I only really make things that I'm interested in. So no, probably not. I'll take ideas, but don't get upset if I say no. It's just the case of my time is quite precious, so I'll only make customs that I want to make. Custom, I usually like go for the if it's not been done before. That's usually my my mantra. Right. Let's try and find a smaller brush. And that wasn't me farting, that was literally the floor moving. Famous last words. God, I think like we're probably losing viewers now. Come back, come back. I know it's boring, but come back. Right, let's paint this this tie. Sorry, this shirt. Have you made metallic red paradigm drones? I started one and then I never finished it. I think just over the years Dalek customs have just interested me less and less because it's very repetitive. I'm much more into making these kind of figures now. I think just in general my Dalek obsession has calmed down quite a bit actually, because most of my time is kind of just going to my business now anyway, so stuff like this really just is a luxury, and I try and sit down and enjoy Doctor Who instead of having to review it. So having said that, we'll probably be doing some reviews of the new season as it comes out. This is quite a good colour match. Pertwee is probably my favourite Doctor at the moment. I prefer him to... very hot take. Well, whatever that means. You know, an opinion's an opinion, but I'm not a huge fan of the Fourth Doctor anymore. Used to be, but I don't know, rewatching him, I just find his Doctor inferior to Jon Pertwee. Because Pertwee just had so much charisma. And I know people are going to say, but Tom had charisma. In a different way, but I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. Sorry, Fourth Doctor fans. I think Tom Baker as a person, absolutely fascinating, but as a Doctor, over the years, I've just become less and less interested. Okay, I think that's the shirt done. That's a really close match. I'm quite happy with that. It's quite good. If only the rest of the figure wasn't so messy. Alright, let's... It really replicates that open shirt thing really well. So I'm quite happy with that. The tie, that's a dark brown. Have I ever made a jacketless blue 11 from Series 5? No, because I am not willing to pay through the nose to get a jacketless 11th Doctor figure. If anyone finds a cheap one, then that'd be sick. I did plan on recasting one. Recasting like the torso and the arm pieces. But why? I know Al doesn't watch these. And I know people from Character Options won't watch the live streams. But why do we not have a re-release of that 11th Doctor? It was only ever released once. I'll take that to my grave, honestly. Right, tie. And I'm not bothering doing all the detailing, I'll do that separately. But that tie is all very, very dark brown, so. We're nearly there, guys, don't worry. It's okay, you can have your tea later. When is the next merch hunt? Oh my god. Do we really want to talk about this? Because I don't. You want me to talk about it? Yes, I guess I'm going to have to. Simple matter of fact, they cost far too much to make. They cost an absolute bomb to make. So, ow, I just bit my cheek. Karma. Where did the black paint go? Oh, there. I feel like you guys can tell me. I don't know, like, do people... I want to know, like, honestly, because I know there's a lot of people who watch this channel and they comment silently, but who actually wants to see Merch Hunt return? Really? Because I will only do it... I know they get good... They're probably, like, the most consistent in terms of views on my channel, but I will only bring Merch Hunt back if it gets the right support. Both viewers and financially. I would want the videos to get 10,000 per episode. I know you can't really get stuff without trying first, but I would only bring them back with a guarantee of 10,000 viewers an episode, between 7.5 and 10,000 per episode. Hi Leela, the cat's just staring at me. Oh, I have this disgusting coffee. And I'd only bring them back if we could hit a Patreon goal. Because, yeah, I know YouTube's just for the fun, I know. But, like I said, I want to take Merch Hunt, and I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to take Merch Hunt across the country. But that is impossible on the current budget. So Merch Hunt is not going back until I get a decent cash flow income, both from Patreon or one-off donations, or if my business really takes off. That's the cold, hard truth of the matter, and I do apologise. It's just, I don't know, I guess people don't see how much goes into this channel. Thousands and thousands of pounds have gone into this channel, and I know that you can't see it because money's invisible at the end of the day. Money is like a promise, a guarantee, but a lot of money has gone into this channel over the years, and yeah. I'd only bring it back if, like I said, got the correct kind of backing for it. Maybe I'd pitch it to some investors, which would be weird. Could you imagine that? There'd have to be some Doctor Who investors anyway, because I wouldn't want to edit them, because quite frankly I hated editing those videos. There's like 3 Merch Hunts which never made it to screen because I got so sick of editing it. I like actually filming them, I like presenting them, I like going around the shops with my friends, I like that, it's fun. But when it comes to the edit, I'd want to be able to pay somebody to do it. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, average, probably £100 per episode. And I wanted to do like a proper season, so it's okay, you know. I mean, never say never, as in maybe I'll do the odd one, but for now they're very, very sporadic. When a B&M set wave comes out, you bet your ass I'll be down there making a video, but a proper Merch Hunt, a proper one, not for the foreseeable future. Okay, so we have these two together. God, It looks so shit on camera, I promise it doesn't look that bad. Do I risk putting these two together right now? Oh, maybe. And like I said, I'm going to do cleanup off camera, so... Or do I try and do the pinstripes? I don't know. I just want it to dry a bit more, to be honest. So I'm going to leave these two and basically follow my Instagram, which I think is Mono Supreme Podcast, or the Twitter page, and subscribe if you haven't, to see this all put together properly. I know it's a bit anticlimactic, but I don't think I can put it together. There you go. David Tennant with his Justin Bieber hair. Woo. Woo. Maybe I'll do the pinstripes before I put the jacket on. So I'm not going to do it on this stream because it will just take too long. Right, get your last questions in, and then we're probably going to go. Nice. There you go. Nice. Cool. Right, I'm quite hungry, so this is the awkward part of the live stream where I'm like, what do I say? Let's make me huge. Whoa. 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 There you go. Oh, it was nice talking to you too, Dalek Zed. Maybe our paths will cross in future. Maybe at a Comic-Con or something, but take care, everybody. I think I'm going to call it a day now. Thank you very much to everyone who tuned in, and I will see you in the follow-up to this, which will no doubt just be a custom figure showcase style video.